Hi, my lovely ladies. Hi, my lovely parents. Today we'll be speaking about glasses. And glasses, not in like spectacles, but glasses in like the physical glasses that we drink with. And I wanted to break down a little bit the different types of glasses and why they are made the way they are made. So yet again, not a lot of us have a lot of money to spend on different types of glasses, but if you can, please do invest in a good glass, right? I'm not advertising a specific type of glass or brand or anything like that. I'm merely going through the types of glasses that are available out there in the market and what their uses are for. So let's go ahead. My favorite drink is a gin. My second favorite drink is a glass of wine, and specifically red wine. I wanted to take you guys through the first type of glass, right? You can see it's a bit round. It looks like a bowl actually that you can almost put into your hands and see your future in it, right? It's a gin glass. What I want us to all understand is that there is a reason why glasses are made the way that they are made. With gin, when you pour it in there, it needs to breathe a little bit more, and for those flavors to just release. And that is why a gin glass is made a bit more open and wide, so that it can breathe a bit more, so that when you sip it, you get the flavor of that beautiful gin, especially with infused gins now, and with pink gin and all of that. The flavor really needs to release. That air needs to do its magic, and then you get that flavor that and that makes you feel good, and it's delicious. It tastes great on your palate. Um, that's why a gin glass is made like this. So if you can, and you really like gin, try and get a gin glass to serve yourself and your guests in a proper gin glass. I promise you, it makes the world of difference. A lot of things are gimmicks out there, but this one is really not a gimmick. Then we move on to wine, my favorite thing. I love wine, and sometimes here and there I do feel like a white wine, especially during the summertime. You feel like something crisp, something refreshing, and there's also a difference in the type of wine glasses that you do get. So the first one is this one, and I would say that if you can't, okay, let's not advertise the brand because they're not paying me. If what I would say is that if you can't afford to get the different types of glasses and the different types of shapes, you get this one, right? It's you see it's a bit it's a bit open. This one caters for both white and red, because it's not too open, it's not too closed. It's right in the middle, so you can serve. It's called universal, so you can serve a white wine in there, a red wine in there, a rosé in there. And this is the one that they particularly get at a lot of restaurants, because they expect different types of clients and guests, and you never know if they'd want a red wine or a white wine or a rosé. So they have this universal glass most of the time. That's what I would say. Then you get this one if you can't afford to have different types of ones. It's universal. Then if you're pedantic like me, you get a proper glass. So the first glass that I want to show you is this one. And this, you can see I mean, compared to that, you can already see that this one is a little bit more closed, right? It allows for less of those aromas to escape, because it's made for a white wine. And with white wine, you really don't need any of that aroma to escape. The more compact and nice it is, when you sip it, you still get those flavors. Once you let too much of it out, then it sort of like doesn't taste the same. You don't feel that nice smooth crispiness of white wine. And that's why the spout is then a little bit smaller than a regular red wine glass, sorry. Then you also get now, because I mean, we're going with the times now, we've got stemless. The stemless one is also similar. to this one. It's it's made for universal. It's made for both red and white, and that's when you know that you don't want to offer anybody a glass with stems, because guests do tend to break glasses. I've got experience because I buy glasses all the freaking time, and I am one person that loves entertaining, and I don't believe in plastic. So I buy glasses. Actually, one of my sisters broke the one glass of this set. So, and I'm never gonna find it again because I bought it a while back, and I might as well find another different brand or color, whatever the situation may be. So this glass, the stemless one, is also this specific one is universal for red and white wine. Then this is my favorite glass, favorite, because this is where I drink the majority of my red wine. Oh, you see how, look at the difference in the spouts, right? Look at the difference, right? This one allows, because with red wine, you want to allow a bit more air in it. That's why they say when you pour red wine, you should let it rest. Let those aromas escape. Let the air infiltrate it, because that's how you get that delicious red, smooth, type of taste in your mouth, is by allowing it to air a bit more. So that's why that one is a bit bigger, because it allows then, and obviously between this one and this one there isn't much difference, because they're trying to make it a whole lot universal, and for you to be able to pour different types of wines in it. But this one, there's a difference between this one, the red wine one, the white wine one, sorry, and the red wine one. So there is a difference. It's to let those aromas out. And then don't let anybody tell you that you can't drink your red wine cold. That is completely up to you. That is completely up to your taste. I do it sometimes feel like it should be a little bit chilled. Sometimes I put a ice block or two in there. That's completely your choice. You should do whatever it is makes your palate happy. Then we've got this beautiful glass, and this beautiful glass contains beautiful stuff when the beautiful stuff is in there, and that beautiful stuff is a cocktail. When you've got that cocktail, then you've got all the different aromas, and you've got the colors, and you've got everything else. And it's longer, and it's curved, and it's shaped, because when those colors and those flavors and that building is in there, you want to see all of it in its layers, and taste it and all of that. And that's the reason why this one is shaped so nicely. And this is called a cocktail glass. So you serve cocktails in here. It doesn't have to be different colors. Sometimes cocktails come as a singular color, but the aim of it is that this is meant to be more of a cocktail glass than it is for anything else. Then we come to the glass that I think everybody knows and everybody loves, and that is the champagne glass. And also now, I think with with trends and changes and all of that other stuff, you also find it in different varieties and colors, in stemless and stem and thin stem, long stem. This is a long stem, as you can see. It's a long stem champagne glass, right? It's meant for the bubbles. And also with the bubbles, if you see, let me show you the difference, right? You see that it's a little bit smaller, because you don't want a lot of air getting in there, but you still want to be able to, for somebody to be able to sip it, right? And we sip champagne. So it's small, so that not a lot of air gets in there, and not a lot of those bubbles escape, because champagne in its essence is about the bubbles, right? And you want to maintain the majority of those bubbles in there and have it sparkling, for as long as it can in this glass, or as long as somebody is drinking it in this glass. And that's why you see that it's a bit smaller and longer, because you pour champagne just to there, about a quarter, and you leave the rest of it empty. That's because between there and all of there is a long time for air to get in and for the bubbles to escape, and therefore it creates room for that champagne to remain, you know, as bubbly as it can for the duration of it being drank. And then we've got this beautiful champagne glass. This is purely for aesthetics, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, crystal, beautiful color. When you set out your table, it looks gorgeous. I've said to you guys, I'm a bland person. Adventure's not for me. And when I saw these ones, it just looked amazing. And for the first time, I bought color glasses, because I usually do clear. I bought color glasses, and then, you know, years later I bought these. So I've had these for a couple of years now, and it's also a champagne glass, and you can also see, you know, how long it is, right? And that's because you pour it a quarter way, and then, you know, that allows for less air to get in and less air to escape, and the bubbles, and less bubbles to escape. And also it's quite small, right? It's quite small to allow for all of those circumstances that are ideal and perfect for champagne. And that's why we have specific glasses. They are made in such a way that, you know, it's suitable for that specific drink that you're drinking. I'll do another video where I'll add like other different types of glasses, and we can learn more. This is also a champagne glass, but this is a stemless champagne glass. So all they did is that they removed the stem and it's a little bit taller, and, you know, to keep with the trends. And you can also see how tall it is, you know, and you really pour it like a quarter way, like I've been saying. You pour a quarter way for most things, your gin, your wine, quarter way, right? And then you allow room for, you know, the elements, as we may call it. So you allow room for the elements, for the bubbles to remain bubbles, for less air to get in. Also very small compared to like your wine glasses, because it is made for that. It's made for all. They've thought it out, is what I'm trying to say. And that is it. That is my lesson on glasses, drinking glasses, that is. And I will do another video where I cover other glasses. Let's see what other glasses we can find, what other information we can find regarding these glasses and what they're made for and why they're made in specific ways. And let's use the right glasses where we can. And if, you know, you can't get a range of glasses, try and get a universal glass for, let's say, for instance, for gin and wine. For champagne, you get a universal glass, and then you can sort of like, you know, use that glass for your champagne, your sparkling wine, for your rosé, your red wine, for your gin, and for your cocktails. We don't always have money to buy this array of glasses, but if you can, then please do invest in it. I promise you, it changes the way that you drink your drink. It changes the way that you receive that drink into your mouth. It really does make a difference. There is a reason why it is made the way that it is made. And it's been well thought out. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. I really hope that you learned a lot. And I really do enjoy making this content. I trust that you are enjoying watching it. And as usual, I will see you on the next video. Bye.